Good morning. Nice chilly way to start the morning off. We are heading down to the farm. Well, up. So like some miles. I think I might do like 5 to 6 today. A little bit of a longer run than what I've traditionally been doing. And then let me catch you guys up on the week and what's planned for the weekend. So summarizing the week, this was actually probably one of the busier weeks I've had for Endure PT. I had one eval on Monday, a new patient who signed up for a founding member offer, which is cool. She's a post-op ankle patient, trimalleolar fracture, so I'll be working with her for a little while. And then I had 3 other patients, one Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So 4 patients on the week, 3 of which are package patients. The one I did on Friday, the one I had on Friday, she might convert to a package. Right now she had one follow-up single session. Talked to her about the founding member package, which will probably be the last one that I offer. I think I'm gonna nix that program now. I got 3. 2, if she signs up, it'll be 3, but then I think after that I'm gonna go to my normal package pricing. Because the goal is to get away from those. It's to provide some, a discounted value, or discounted value is the right term, but lower barrier of entry for people to get a taste of sort of what you have to offer, that sort of thing. The sooner you can get to your normal pricing, obviously the better, because that's more revenue for the business. So I think I will close out that offering and leave it open for her to decide if she ends up wanting to take it or not. But anyways, that was this week in business. I think March is shaping up to bring in more revenue than I had all of last year, which is pretty exciting. I also talked to my boss about the need and want to drop to 4 days a week and have 1 full day in with Endure PT, which he totally understood and got. The problem is we are understaffed there and slammed. And I am our highest earner there. I'm both compensated the most, but I also bring in the most revenue. So I told him I wasn't gonna screw him over. So I will hold on as long as I possibly can for him to find additional PTs, which will hopefully be in the next couple of months. But if it gets to the point where I really need to drop back, I told him that unfortunately I'm going to have to. And it was a good conversation. He understood completely. So one other reason why I don't want to screw him over is because he has been so great with this whole time. But that's the week. That's the week in Endure PT. I've finished all of the learning modules for the Rainmaker program. I just have to do like the homework assignments and start implementing some of the they provided like spreadsheets and tracking logs for different like KPIs and metrics and stuff like that. So I have them downloaded on my Mac. I just need to but I have to enter my data in for those and start tracking those, so that I can run back through everything and just keep consuming the data, keep consuming the information, the lectures, and applying it to my business so that this thing can grow, exponential growth, so that I can go full-time and just continue to just push ahead I am so excited for when I get to go full time on this and just solely focus on providing the best possible service for my clients and building this thing as big as humanly possible, to help the most amount of people that I can, both directly and indirectly. This gets me fired up, man. I'm like, I just get like, I get a smile, like a little kid smile on my face, right? Like, just thinking about it and thinking about what the future holds and the potential that this thing has. So I get super pumped. Other big news updates for the week is I'm live on Google. I got a website. I'm live on Google. I reached out and got my first review, so I'm gonna try to reach out to some more former clients, and then as I kind of churn over clients, I'm going to ask them to write reviews. I'm going to try to be really intentional about that. So hopefully, that brings me up the list and in the Google search, and helps with my SEO, which I still don't really understand much at all about that, but it's something for a later day to dive into. Right now we're still in proof of concept phase, I guess. But that's the week update in business. I am, like I said, heading down to the farm with Waylon. Got him in the car here, and we're gonna log some miles. Probably go for about 5 or 6, I think. Nice way to kick off the day, warm up a little bit, because it is nice and chilly. 30 degrees right now on the car thermostat. So let me get going on that, and I'll catch up with you guys afterwards. Well, good morning. I completely dropped the ball and didn't film anything after yesterday's run. Did a little over 5 miles. It was like 5.1 or so. And it was a very good run. Felt really good. Felt nice to just log a little bit extra. Spend some more time outside, moving the body. Pace felt under control. Never felt like it got away from me. So very, very happy with the run. And then afterwards, we went over to my brother-in-law and sister-in-law's house down in Southport, Connecticut, for my niece and nephew's 11th and 8th birthday parties. It is crazy that they're 11 and 8. When I first came around, they were 4 and 1. So it's incredible to see the growth that they've gone through. It's pretty wild. So that was fun. Big family party. Good food. Ate way too much. But that's okay. It was all good food. It was tons and tons of like venison and chicken and steak and veggies, and it was good. Yeah, it was good. When we got home, oh, sorry, I'm exhausted. We got home. What time did we get home? 9:30, 10 o'clock. And went to bed. And here we are. Plans for today are obviously the big 3. I want to, well, I'm not going to say it because Waylon's over here, but, log some miles. There we go. He doesn't know that one yet. Casey wants some birdhouses hung in the yard, so that'll be an easy project. And then, do some work on the business. Start working on some of the KPI, lead tracker, some of those documents. But for now, I'm gonna go make a coffee. Daily Stoic, do my Spanish, and read. And then we'll go from there. I'll see you guys later. All right. It is much later in the day since I last filmed, but went down to the farm, logged 4 miles. There we go. 4 miles with Waylon. Beautiful morning, nice and chilly, but once we got moving, it was good. Felt good, felt strong. Heart rate was very under control. Pace felt comfortable. So productive run, nice to start stringing together some increased mileage beyond just the occasional 2.5 mile runs that I was getting in the past several weeks. Back home now. And before all that, I completed, the big 3. I don't know why I keep doing hand gestures there, but completed the big 3, finished How to Win Friends and Influence People. So now I'm back home, and today is a productivity day. So we are banging out a whole bunch of just much needed, overlooked chores and tasks that have just kind of gone to the wayside. So I got some coffee brewing right now, some water boiling to make some coffee. I'm going to tackle these dishes, and then I am going to set off on my first task, which I haven't thought of what that's going to be yet, but I'll think of that while I wash these dishes. So stay tuned. I'll catch up with you guys after. All right, so did some cleaning around the house. Cat litter boxes, some table organization, the counter, a bunch of dishes. Been working on laundry. And then I've sort of met my my threshold or capacity for picking up on obvious things that definitely need to be done. And there are some organizational tasks that aren't my strong suit. So admittedly, I kind of chickened out and don't want to do those because I don't want to be told that I did it wrong, if I'm being completely honest. So I am heading down to the farm with Waylon, naturally, and I am going to work on the one of the waterers in the girls' pasture. I'm going to try to hook that up so that we can get back to an automatic watering system. So that we don't have to constantly be carrying buckets of water out there. So I'm going to fudge around with that for a little bit. And then I'm going to come back home if Casey isn't already down here for a walk. In which case we'll go for a walk. Yeah. Otherwise, my next task when I get back home is to get measurements for the areas on the side of our fireplace for the built-in shelves that she has wanted since we looked at the house, which is a project I promised her would get done, and the time has come. Time to get that project done. However, I'm not going to be able to do that by myself because I don't know what I'm doing. I lack all confidence in being able to do that. So I am going to enlist the help of my father, which will be a fun project for the two of us to work on. So I'm gonna at least get base measurements, and we'll go from there. And we'll see where we are at with the day. So we'll see you guys at the farm. All right, well, morning guys. It is Monday morning, just after 6. I'm headed off to work. I did a miserable job of catching the tail end of yesterday. I think I left off with heading down to the farm for a run and to work on the horse water system. Went down for a run, 4 miles, felt great, felt good. A little bit sore and tight this morning, because relatively speaking, that's been a lot of mileage for me. In recent history, in the past probably 2 or 3 months, doing a 9-mile weekend, which is absurd because when I'm in peak race shape, 9 miles is like a speed workout. So long way to go, but I enjoy the process. Horse water was an epic failure. I have no idea why it's leaking from the bottom. It's double gasketed. I don't even know if that's a word. From the top and bottom, water's still getting out. I think it's getting out through the valve itself, though, not through where the body goes through the bucket. So there's a hole, and the stem goes down into the hole, and the body of the valve sits in the bucket on the bottom, and the stem, like I said, goes through the hole, comes out of the bottom of the bucket, and then you hook the hose into that. I think it's leaking. It's got like some weird backflow thing. It was miserable working on that thing yesterday. I mean, it was 40 degrees, but it was windy and it was just kind of raw. So I was at it for probably an hour and a half, and I could not get it going. So, and in fact, I actually made it worse because it leaks out of the bottom now. It didn't do that before. It just, the spray wouldn't fill the bucket. So I made it worse. I broke it further. But so now we have to have buckets filled in their pasture. But this week, I will find a solution and get that fixed. But that's how the weekend went. I'm off to work. This is going to be a light week for Endure PT from a clinical standpoint, but that frees up space and time to work on the business. So big projects are getting like the business tracking sheets set up, established, and start utilizing them that I've gained from the Clinical Rainmaker program. But I think I might try to get some footage this week as opposed to relying solely on the weekend, and tag you guys along, bring you guys along, let you guys tag along for that one, gain some insight on that, because all this is about bringing you guys along through the journey of my life. And right now we're in a business growth season. So hope you guys enjoy your Monday mornings. Mine's off to a good start, but I'm going to hit the road, drive into the office, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys.